Hello and welcome to Pulse of Culture. I'm Karolina Szapland. The 49th Polish Feature Film Festival, one of the country's most important cinematic events, concluded on Saturday in Gdynia. After the official closing gala, awards were presented in 10 categories, including Best Film, Best Director, Best Screenplay and Acting Awards. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the week-long festival. The 49th Polish Cinematic Experience, the one that is the Polish Film Festival in Gdynia, is well and truly over. And we were all waiting for the main prize, the prize that was won by a movie that was already on a festival circuit and actually was shown since the last year. And that prize was won by Agnieszka Holland for her truly shocking, gripping movie, The Green Border. Now, the Turquoise Sapphire Lion was won for a debut, a movie that was magical, black and white, telling a story of a girl trying to deal with her child born out of wedlock. And that prize went to The Girl with the Needle. I was Karolina Szapland for the Pulse of Culture. 2024 marks the bicentenary of the London National Gallery. To commemorate this important milestone, the museum has launched a highly anticipated show titled Van Gogh, Poets and Lovers, one of the largest exhibitions of the Dutch painter's works in decades. Our London correspondent, Klaudia Czerwińska, had the unique opportunity to explore the exhibition before it opened, and it gave us this behind-the-scenes look.
From Van Gogh's famous sunflowers through multiple depictions of magnificent landscapes, unforgettable gardens and portraits, Vincent van Gogh, Poets to Lovers, is the first such major exhibition of the artist's works in the National Gallery's history. The exhibition showcases Van Gogh's fascination with his immediate surroundings, where he drew inspiration from landscapes and people close to him between 1888 and 1890.
This shows how the artist Vincent van Gogh was able to use the countryside, use the environment in which he lived to create wonderful, evocative paintings and drawings.
For the very first time, the Philadelphia Museum of Art lent its version of the sunflowers to another institution. This generous gesture allowed the gallery to arrange two of Van Gogh's sunflowers and have them hang together for the first time since 1889, just like the artist intended. Particular arrangements reflect on Van Gogh's thinking about series, repeated references, as well as the use of opposites and contrasts.
He often thought of the work that he did in the South as a presentation of his ideas and a way of how he wanted the public to look. So this is actually one of several possibilities that Van Gogh suggested.
Vincent van Gogh, Poets to Lovers, will close on January 19th, 2025.
The world-renowned violinist Shunske Sato was scheduled to perform last Friday with the Wrocław Baroque Orchestra at the National Forum of Music in Wrocław. But due to the threat of flooding, the concert was relocated to Warsaw. We had the opportunity to speak with one of the finest violinists of our time right before he took the stage. Let's take a look. Thank you for finding the time to talk to us. So, what makes this concert so special tonight?
It's special because it wasn't supposed to happen. In my years of performing, and this has never happened. I've never had a concert just move. It is nothing short of a miracle, actually. these instruments, they look very similar, but they sound very different with the gut strings and different bows. You see trumpets, natural trumpets without valves. Horns are also without valves. Oboes are very different. So, I mean, they all look and sound similar to their modern equivalents, but are very, very different in some crucial ways. So it's a bit of a symbiosis of all of these elements. In a concert like this, a hybrid between a concertmaster and a conductor. Now, you have to understand that conductors didn't exist until the 19th century. And even then, there was a lot of resistance to somebody who just had a stick, making interpretational, let's say, decisions. And certainly in Haydn's time, certainly in Haydn's orchestra, either he would have been leading from the violin or one of his colleagues. And I think in a way it also it puts me much more in touch, I mean literally in touch with the sound, the instrument, and also, you know, we are all making sound, obviously, and so if the leader is making a sound, it's also, I think, there's a directness of communication. When you don't have an instrument, I think you can also be a wonderful conductor, but it's a different dynamic and very direct, and you can make very, very sharp turns just because everybody expects, you know, your finger to land in a certain place, and everybody knows, okay, now it's time to play.
He made his studio in the psychiatric hospital where he spent years as a patient. In his art therapy lessons, he wove bathroom mats and tapestries depicting erotic motifs and often unsettling scenes. Now, viewers can witness the work of the dark and controversial Polish artist Marian Henel at the National Museum in Wrocław.
This exhibition of pieces by Marian Henel in Wrocław offers more than a glimpse of eccentric artwork. It's an opportunity to view the world through the eyes of a person suffering from mental illness, hallucinations, and delusions.
In 1969, Henel began attending expressive pathological art workshops, which set the stage for his artistic activities. His extraordinary creative output testifies to the immense utility of art therapy.
Among the pieces Henel created at the Branice Psychiatric and Neurological Hospital in southwestern Poland is a carpet embroidered with the coat of arms of a medical school, accompanied by a Latin inscription meaning the well-being of the patient is the most important law.
What I think is quite uplifting about this whole story is that at a time when mental illness was greatly stigmatized, someone recognized Marian Henel's talent.
Henel's rugs and tapestries are replete with frogs, snakes, flies, scorpions, and cats, and also feature his favorite themes: exposed women, nurses in white coats, bare buttocks, and erotic scenes.
If you're interested in Marian Henel's work and how he created it, be sure to visit my Instagram private address, where you'll find photos of the place and the conditions in which these artworks were made.
The curators of the exhibition describe Henel's depiction of the world as one permeated by cruelty and extreme alienation. But they say it can also remind us of what a person is capable of, because Henel has always been and will remain a human being.
A major exhibition of the works of French artist Henri Matisse has opened at the Fondation Beyeler at Museum in Basel, Switzerland. The retrospective show, titled Matisse Invitation to the Voyage, showcases 72 works, including some of the artist's most renowned paintings and sculptures.
The Matisse Retrospective draws its aesthetic inspiration from Charles Baudelaire's renowned Invitation to a Voyage. The poem encapsulates the essence of his artistic vision and was often a point of reference in Matisse's creative journey.
We have really tried to use key pieces to represent all the major stages in Matisse's artistic journey. From the beginning, when he sought to revolutionize art during his Fauvism period by liberating color from the object through his travels in and outside Europe, where he was always looking for and always finding new inspiration.
Light was a key motif in Matisse's work and the driving force behind his travels. In different periods of his life and creative phases, we can see his various interpretations of that theme in his work. With the advent of World War I, a sense of darkness appeared in his pieces, with black becoming a major color in the painter's compositions.
The exhibition also seeks to showcase some masterpieces that are rarely seen, particularly from private collections. One of the first paintings, La Déserte, dating to the late 19th century, is considered to be Matisse's first masterpiece. It's a painting that hasn't been put on display in 30 years, so it's a real rediscovery. Another major piece shown at the exhibition is Bathers with a Turtle, lent to us from St. Louis, Missouri, in the United States.
The exhibition reflects the museum founder's deep appreciation for modern art and his significant contributions as art collector and dealer.
For the founder of this museum, Ernst Beyeler, who was one of the most important collectors of modern art and a modern art dealer, the two most important artists were Matisse and Picasso. Above all, he loved the late works, because he saw these paper cutouts as revolutionary, and the Fondation Beyeler has one of the finest collection of them.
The exhibition at the Fondation Beyeler features 72 artworks, including 47 paintings, 14 sculptures, and 11 paper cutouts.
An exhibition showcasing pictures and souvenirs made from straw has opened in the Serbian city of Kragujevac. This unique display features intricate artworks and handcrafted items that highlight the artistic potential of straw, transforming it into beautiful and detailed pieces.
This unique, naive art tradition comes from the Bunjevci people and is associated with harvest celebrations. But who are the Bunjevci? They are a South Slavic ethnic group of Croats who today live mainly in Bača, a region in northern Serbia and southern Hungary. In the Bunjevci culture, men traditionally make functional and decorative items from wood, while women, known as salasarke, make jewelry and other objects from wheat straw.
When we mark the end of the harvest, flour is made from new grain, bread is made and given to the mayor. We collect different kinds of straw, clean it, put it in boxes and store it somewhere. There are different shades that we sort and prepare for the artworks. The art of working with straw is both a skill and a craft requiring talent, a sense of light and composition, and all of these skills, when used together, allow for a masterful effect.
This rich cultural tradition led to the founding of the Croatian Cultural and Performing Society, Matija Gubac, in Tavankut, Serbia in 1946, and its arts section in 1961, which promoted women painters known as slamarke, or straw girls. These artists skillfully use straw, a simple yet delicate material, for various artistic expressions.
We design and make sketches, that's very important, and then we glue flat straw and knitted patterns. It has to be wet all the time so that it can be shaped.
Today, about 30 women continue to celebrate and preserve the traditions of Bunjevci, with their works exhibited in many galleries and in the Museum of Vojvodina, one of the largest and most comprehensive art and natural history museums in Serbia.
And thank you for watching. This was Pulse of Culture, and I'm Karolina Szapland.